皆さんこんにちは、kahoです。今日は、やっと初めてのモジュールが終わったので、その感想をお伝えしようと思います。Finally, first module finished. So the first module, which is called boot camp, it was 3 weeks, and then the first week was okay. We introduced each other, like where did you come from, and why did you choose this study, or like what kind of experience did you have before? Get along each other with our classmates. And second week, we have 27 people in our class. So we made a group, like small group, 4 to 5 people each. And then we made some like mapping diagram to describe what is design management, like what is differences between design and management, and together as well. So yeah, the second week was really hard for me. Like I was so exhausted because we had a lot of homework every day. We had to read so many articles in English. Of course, it's not just casual articles. It's there are a lot of technical terms of design management, and yeah, actually I'm really bad at reading. Yeah, actually I couldn't read all of them. It's really hard, so many pages a day. So I needed to translate Japanese into English sometime. Yeah, I was so exhausted. And it turned out the third week, the last week was amazing. We had 2 presentations. The first one is an individual presentation, and the second one is a group presentation. So the individual presentation, we did individual presentation was good, but I really felt nervous because I didn't really have experience of presentation, especially just one person, like individual presentation. So like at the time I couldn't read articles. I lost my confidence at all for like a behavior for studying, and then like what should I do, like how can I explain this? Even I couldn't read all articles. So yeah, I was like almost crying like at the night time when I came back home, and then yeah, I have to do that, and then just think about in a positive way, and then it turned out okay. Maybe I can use some like humor or presentation, like make them funny, and yeah, that's kind of one way that I can do that. And then yeah, presentation was very successful for me. Like people laughed at my presentation, and then since they really enjoyed, so yeah, that means a lot to me. Although I can't remember anything because I felt so nervous at the time while doing presentation. But yeah, after finished presentation, I felt really like relieved, and then many people told me like it was really nice and funny, or I can't stop laughing or something like that. So I was so happy to do that, and it's small step, like huge mean to me to have like certainly the experience of presentation in front of audience. So hopefully that makes me more have confidence, like to improve my presentation skill. Second one is a group presentation. I think the group presentation at school is really different from Japan. Here I think it's really flexible, the way of presentation. So we did presentation like by using more like various things, like small tips, for example. And our main idea is like the metaphor of honey production system. So bee. So everyone knows bee, right? Like really easy to visualize. And then yeah, I think it's good motif. One of our group mates said, okay, then why don't we like wear like bee, like dress code? Why don't we set up the dress code? And then we actually wore yellow stuff like women were wearing yellow stuff and then boys are wearing black, and then we kind of standing like, how can I say, like sandwiches, like black, yellow, black, yellow, black. So like B is the pattern of BE body. And actually some audience realized that our dress code, and yeah, it's also good to catch their attention. We gave actual like honey and apple to audience before our presentation start. So they can enjoy both presentation and like eating snack, apple with honey, like really healthy sweet snack. And then it's honey, so still like connect to our metaphor. When I heard the idea of like giving actual food to audience, because I don't think it's okay, this idea in Japan, I mean at the school especially. I don't know all of the school in Japan, but still they are doing presentation more like typical way, just like strict, like serious way, not food or like really fashion stuff. So yeah, I felt more comfortable with the way of presentation because I can use the multiple way to describe our presentation to audience. So yeah, I think it's really happy to found or discovered such a different sets of doing presentation. And finally, the professor sent us the email of good reputation, I mean good comment for our presentation. So yeah, now I'm really happy to do that, even though it's a small tiny step. And then we just started actually like several projects up this week. So now, like yesterday or 2 days ago, I really like happy, relieved, but now it turned out I'm so stressful again. And I still like faced the problem of my English skill actually. Yeah, it's really hard still because I'm not native English speaker. Japanese is much easier for me. Yeah, we will see. So now I'm always saying to myself that I do not have to be perfect. I still like even can improve my English, like learning English still. So yeah, I don't have to be perfect. Like getting used to it and it's okay. っていう感じで初めてのモジュールの感想でした。皆さん、私の英語力はどうでしょうか間違ってるところがあったらぜひコメントで教えてください。バイバイ。